Hello everyone, it's Christine here and I'm back for our stitch along, and yesterday we were doing needle weaving bar, which we used to create these petals on this flower. I then did some French knots in the center. I'll just give you a look at those. And then today we're going to be doing open base picot needle weaving. So for this one you'll need yourself a long pin. I'm just using a pearl headed pin. And you'll want to place it in, push it into the fabric where you want the furthest, the tip of your leaf to be. And then pop it out of the fabric where you want the base of your leaf to be. So I'm going to pop mine out right where my petals are. So you'll leave a bit of area of the pin up here and a bit down the bottom. And then you'll tie a knot in the end of the thread that you want to use for your leaf, or if you want to use this for a petal. And you're going to then bring your needle out just a little distance away from the right hand side of where your pin is, and then you're going to take your working thread behind, anti-clockwise behind the pin, and then you're going to take your thread back into the fabric, but again a little distance across from where your pin is. So you want to leave a little bit of space here, not catch underneath the tip of the pin as I just did, because that's not part of the stitch. So you've just got at the moment a loop going behind the pin, and then you're going to bring your needle back up closer to where the pin is, the center of the pin, but still on the left hand side of it. And then you're going to take your thread behind the tip of the needle again, not the needle, the pin. You're going to pull it down, and then you're going to start weaving. And so first of all you're going to go over the first foundation thread, under the middle foundation thread, as I've done there, and then over the furthermost thread. And then the other way we're going to work backwards, weaving the opposite direction. So we'll go under, because we went over coming the other way, so we'll go under, over, under. And each time you're pulling it up and making sure it's going nice and sort of tight and up against the top bit of the leaf. And so we'll go over, under, over again. So you're just working across those sort of three foundation threads, and then under, over, under, over, under. And again, you might prefer to use a tapestry needle if you're worried about sort of catching on things. I just noticed I've got a few random little red threads trying to come through. And then over, under, over. When you're going back this direction, you always just look what your previous stitch was and then do the opposite weave. And then under, over, and under. And then I think I'm almost, you just keep going till you're at the end where you really can't fit any more stitches in. I'll see if I can get one more back this way. Under. Just give it a tug up towards the top to see if I can make any room down the bottom. And then under, over. It doesn't want to. Okay, let's see if we can get this last stitch in. It does get a bit tricky. I'll just do one at a time. So I'll do my under, my over, and then I just need to fit under over here. Over there. And then I can take my thread back into the fabric down here, and then you can take your pin out, and what you end up with is a lovely free-form leaf that's only anchored at the base, and you can kind of twist it around if you did want to then put another stitch in. You can have it, but I quite like it being quite textural and able to be moved. So yeah, it is a really great sort of stump work effect. So let's do another one together. So we'll start by putting our pin in, a little bit back, popping it back out, just down about here. And then I'll just get rid of my thread that's hanging around from the fabric. And then I'm going to pop up on the right hand side a little bit across from where the pin is, wrap anti-clockwise, and then pop back down into the fabric, leaving a little bit of a gap because you need to put that third foundation thread in and you don't want them too close together. And so then putting that third thread by popping out with the needle close to where the pin is, taking it clockwise around the tip, giving it the thread a little tug, and then starting the weaving of over, under, and over. So in your first stitch, you're only going under the middle thread. And then the next stitch, or the next weave really, it's not a stitch because we're not actually piercing the fabric. The next one you're going under. Just doing the opposite each time to what you've done the previous time. Under, over, under, and pulling up towards the top, and then over, under, over, and then back this way, under, over, under. Oops, did I just manage to catch? I don't know if I caught a tiny bit of my red, maybe just a single fibre or something. I'll just see if I can free it. There we go. It is freed. And then over, under, over. So just catching that middle one really. Just trying to make sure I don't catch anything else. As I say, yeah, tapestry needle could be handy because you won't be as likely to skewer, although you probably do need the fine tip here because it's quite precise where you're trying to get your needle. You just have to take care, make sure you're not catching fabric or only catching the other stitches. Keep tugging it up towards the top so it does actually lay down properly. Over, over, under, over. And then back this way. I think we're almost at the end, almost got as many stitches as we can get on. Over, under, no, under, over, so yeah, under, over, nope, I'd have to do each one separately rather than trying to do it. So under, over, and then under this one. And then I'll take that back into the fabric. And then we can remove our pin and we get our beautiful little leaf. So I hope you enjoyed that. We're going to be doing another version of picot, but a closed base picot. So I was thinking I might do a little decoration that goes around here tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed that one and hopefully it's given you some fun ideas. Yeah, as I mentioned, I did the French knots in the centre of this one, but yeah, I just love the very textural effect and it is, yeah, really lovely. I'm definitely going to do more needle weaving, so really happy to have had a good play with that and looking forward to adding one more of the needle weaving stitches tomorrow. Thanks everyone, take care, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.